With the first price video of 2017. As you can see there's the price logo, and there are the flashing lights. Of course, that came from season 44, from 44 to now. And can you believe it, my friends, that this fall, here on CBS, or right there on CBS, Price is going into their 46th season, which is really cool. But anyway, I'll step on that side, and again, there's the logo, there's the flashing shiny lights, really awesome stuff. So, I'll get out of the way here for just a moment, and I will show you a few graphics here. So let's see that first graphic right now, if you please. And here it is, one of my all-time favorite wrestling games. Again, my number one all-time favorite, Plinko. Now, of course, in Plinko, you do get a chip for free, a chance which is up to $10,000, and you can get a chance to win up to 4 more chips, each one totaling up to $10,000. That's for a total of up to $50,000. And of course, you want to make you want to take one chip at a time, lay it flat against the board, and then release it, and you want to look for the 10,000 right there in the middle. So again, you lay one Plinko chip flat against the board, or you can say flat against the surface, and then you drop it when you're ready, and of course the reason it's called Plinko because it's go plink, 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 or doo 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 doo. Yeah, there you go. You drop it in, doo 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 doo, and then kaboom, $10,000. Yeah, it's my all-time favorite. All right, let me step out of the way again. I'll show you the next graphic. And here's another one of my all-time favorites, which is One Away. Now One Away, I think it originally came in the early 80s, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, back then, One Away in the 80s, it was 4 numbers in the price of the automobile. Now, of course, it's 5 numbers. But, of course, each number is 1 away from the correct number. Of course, like if you see that first number, which is a 2, then it'll either become a 1 or a 3. If, for example, the next number is, we'll say, a 7, then it'll be either a 6 or an 8. And so on. It's just like that. And of course, if you don't get any of the numbers right on the first try, then you know the game is over. But if you have at least one number right, the game continues. And then you got to ask them, "Almighty sound effects lady, do I have at least one number right?" Of course, that's ever since Drew Carey's been the host. But when Mr. Barker was the host, Bob would say, "Gentlemen, do I have at least one number right?" But of course, with Drew, he goes, "Almighty sound effects lady, do I have at least one number right?" Like that. And of course, if you have at least one number right, then you get to keep playing. And on the second attempt, if you don't have all 5 numbers right, then you gotta, like for example, if you have only 2 numbers right, then you have to change 3. And if you do it correctly, then you win the automobile. So that's really cool. Alright, my friends, let's see that next graphic now. And here it is, one of my all-time favorite pricing games again, which is 3 Strikes. A very challenging, difficult game, but it's winnable. Of course, there are 5 numbers in the price, and then as soon as the 5 numbers are revealed, they'll be put in the bag. And then, of course, you know, the X chips in red with the black X, that's the strike. And unfortunately, they had to be put in the bag, because that's why it's called 3 Strikes. And then it'll be mixed all up together. And then you're going to reach into the bag. You're going to try to pull a number. And if you pull a number, you're going to know you got to know where it goes. Either the first, the second, the third, the fourth, or the last position. And if it's correct, it'll light up. Then the chip will be discarded. If it's wrong, it'll be put back in the bag. And if you draw that same number again, then you know where it doesn't go. And you want to try to get all 5 numbers in the price before you draw the 3 strikes. But of course, you know, you reach into the bag, and of course, that's the strike chip, and then strike one will be put there in the discard place. But of course, your chances will increase of getting a number because there'll be 2 strikes left. Then you reach into the bag again, and again try to get out another number. And then, well, can you believe it? Strike 2. It's strike 2. And then put in the discard holder. But there'll be 1 strike left. But of course, if you get that, then the game is over. But but the better chance now would you be getting a number. Then you try again and. Okay, let me hear that sound effect again, please. Doing like Drew Carey throwing the chip after hearing the losing game. So, sorry, just for a laugh. Okay, I will show you one last pricing game. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll show you 2 more. Let's see the next one. And here it is. One of my other all-time favorites is Vendo Price. Now, in Vendo Price, there are 3 items. And of course, you take the quarter and you put it into that little slot thing there, and then the item they'll all open, and what you have to do is try to find the most expensive shelf. You know, like 2 of these, 3 of these, 5 of these. If you find the most expensive shelf, then of course you either win the trip or you win the automobile, depending on what they offer. So that's pretty cool stuff there, and I like it. Now I'll definitely show you one last pricing game here. Let's see that right now. And here it is, another difficult game, but one of my all-time favorites still is Lucky 7. Lucky 7. Now, of course, I'm sure you remember, some of you folks remember back then that there were only 4 numbers in the price and the numbers that were hidden behind the doors. Under each door, the numbers were hidden. Or as Bob would say, the numbers are concealed. So, as far as I've been watching Lucky 7 on price throughout the years, it's always been 5 numbers. And they would show you the 5 numbers in the price. But of course, they'll give you the first number for free. And then you will have 7 $1 bills. And you're going to try to call the next number correctly. And if you do, you get to keep all the money. But if you're wrong, you get back $1 for each number that you're away from the correct number. And say if you call the number, and if you're off by 1, then it'll be $1. Then $2 is $2, 3 is 3, and so on. But if you have at least $1 left at the end, then you can win the automobile. But of course, if you go broke, you're going to hear this sound. Let me hear that again, please. Yep, I'm losing. Which, I like the newer version of the losing horse since Drew's been hosting. So that's pretty cool. But if you hear this sound, ding, 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 that means you have at least $1 left at the end, and you win the automobile. So that's pretty cool. Well, my friends, we're back here at the Price Logo, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. And coming up later in the week, we're going to do our first 2017 video of Family Feud. And I know we're going to have a whole lot of fun, my friends. So stay tuned and enjoy the fun. Until then, this is Matthew, a.k.a. Rocket Man, signing out for now. And as always, keep on rocking. I'll see you all next time, my friends. Keep on rocking. Later. Bye.